So today we're going to see if this oily glue, which I guess is super glue, can hold wood together. I'm going to use this glue right here and some of these 2x4s and cut them up and glue them together using super glue or this oily glue. Now the whole point of this project is to figure out if super glue is as good as wood glue when gluing wood together. Really, I want to just see how good super glue does at holding wood together. I really had no idea if it would stick to each other that good and actually hold weight and be solid. So I straightened up some of the boards, getting them planed. And then I'm cutting them down to size. And then these are gonna be the boards I'm gonna glue together to make this shelf for my son's projector. I got him a pretty sweet little projector. It's called a Haprun. While it's only 1080p, it looks pretty good for 1080p, and it's perfect for my son that's only 11. Now the time to figure out if this stuff is actually gonna hold this stuff together. I don't know if it will, but we're gonna find out. I can tell you one thing, it's definitely gonna dry faster than wood glue. This stuff says it's super strong and it's supposed to be dry in like a minute or less. So I don't have enough time to glue all these up at once. I gotta do them a little section at a section, put glue on there, clamp it up before it dries up really quick. Then I'm gonna let it sit in the clamps for a minute or two, and I'm gonna start taking the clamps off, and then we're get to see what the final thing is, if it's gonna be strong at all. I wasn't knowing what I was going to expect, but as you can see, it is strong and it made it into one piece. So we're gonna go ahead and glue again. I'm putting a shit ton of glue on here. And then we're just gonna clamp it together again and repeat these steps. I was at least fairly confident this stuff was at least holding in this process, and but I was still pretty clueless on how it's gonna hold up at the end with routing and sanding or any of that. It could just fall apart, I have no idea. And then I added my fourth board, and I was actually gonna do one more board, but my clamps weren't big enough, and I should have known better. I should have already had big, long clamps. At this point, I'm actually pretty surprised because I didn't know it was gonna hold up this good. If I banged it on something, I figured it was gonna drop and like fall into pieces. But it held up just fine through all the sanding process. As you can see, it's all still one piece, looking good. Next, I'm gonna cut each of the ends, give it a nice square, flat line on each end. And it seems to be holding up just fine, moving it around wherever I needed to. I wasn't very easy on it, I wasn't hard on it, but it was holding just fine. And right now, I can't notice any difference between this and wood glue besides that it's not oozing out all over the place. And then I'm gonna router all these edges because all these square corners are gonna hurt somebody. Plus, in my opinion, just looks a little bit better when it's finished. More finished look, you know? And now I guess we just wait and see how long it lasts or how well it holds up to kids and life.